Mr. Page, my name is Matt Godzuk. It's
Ed.
nice to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Is it cool if I call you Daniel for today?
Yeah, that's completely fine.
Awesome, sounds good. I just want to say thank you so much for meeting me today. But first things first, I was wondering if I could hand you one of my business cards and if I could please get one of yours in return.
Yes, I have one right here.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Oh wow, University of Texas, huh?
Yep, I'm a Longhorn.
Wow.
I graduated it back in '92. It was, and yeah, I actually played golf down there.
Yeah, I can notice by the golf clubs hanging up on the wall.
Yeah.
You following the PGA Tour that just ended.
Yeah, Tour Championship. That's it's a big event. Billy Horschel taking it down. I really thought Rory would do it, but
yeah, so did I.
Yeah, $10 million.
It's a good chunk of change to have in your pocket. That's for sure.
We all wish.
Mr. Page, I know your time is limited, and I'm going to get it out of your hair as quick as I can. I was just wondering if I could ask you a few questions about your business, first of all.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you wanted anyone else to be in this meeting at the time.
I would like somebody else to be in the meeting. My wife, Ellen, she is actually the one who does all of our HR and payroll.
Okay.
So I wish she could be here right now, but she actually is dropping my son off at daycare right now.
Oh, really? Which daycare does he go to?
Over on Main Street. It's
Holy Cross?
Holy Cross, yes.
My wife works there.
Wait. Okay. Miss Godzuk, Mr. Godzuk.
Yep,
okay.
Mr. Miss Godzuk. Yep, that's my wife.
Okay, yeah.
Small world, huh?
Absolutely, that's crazy. I'll have to tell him. I'll talk to you.
Yeah, for sure. So before we dive into this process, I was wondering if it's okay if I asked you a few questions about your business so I can get a better understanding of what we're trying to work with you guys. And I was also wondering if it's okay if I take notes.
Yes, that's completely fine.
Excellent, excellent. So, first things first. So I know you guys are a pretty small company at this point. You have under 50 employees and you have currently 2 locations. Is that correct?
Yes, we have 35 employees, and we're actually in the process of hiring 5 more for this upcoming year. So we're still in the process of doing that. We're still trying to figure that out a little bit. And we're trying to expand to have one more location located in Tyrone.
Okay, yeah, it's a nice area.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So could you go a little bit more into the hiring process you guys have?
Our hiring process is just, it's a struggle.
It's not bad, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty much, like, we get a ton of resumes coming in of people who just aren't nearly qualified enough for the position.
Really?
They don't really even know what they're applying for, I feel like, half the time.
Really?
And it's just sifting through all these resumes and stuff like that. It's just a long process that's extremely tedious.
Right.
And it's nothing you want to do. And then half the time, the employees will come in and you just will be like, what's this person thinking coming in?
Not
coming in shorts, stuff like that. And it's not professional at all.
Jeez. Okay, so do you think you can go into your payroll system a little bit with me, explain to me how that works?
Yeah, I'll basically explain out the system that we use. Ellen would be able to tell it a little better because she's the one that handles this a lot more than I do.
Okay.
But I'm only a physician, so that's what I deal with. And so basically, we're old school around here. We have the old school like punch in and everything.
The Fred Flintstone type deal.
Yep, that's exactly what we're dealing with. And then Ellen has to individually look at each of those for every employee and then puts it into our system. We use Microsoft Dynamics.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard of that before.
Yeah, that's the program that we use, and she basically puts all the information into that, and then we'll individually write checks out.
Oh, what, by hand?
By hand for everybody.
Jeez. Individually
put them in envelopes and ship them out.
Oh,
to people directly to their house, and we don't even offer direct deposit.
That is a very lengthy process.
It absolutely is.
So would you say, are there any major errors or mistakes with this process?
Mistakes happen a good amount. Like we have to avoid a couple checks every pay period. Yeah, probably a couple checks every pay period. Sometimes we're clean, but our main problem really is Microsoft Dynamics. Ellen she's how can I put this nicely about her? She just is not very techy. You know, she just doesn't really understand that aspect.
Right.
So she really doesn't know how to do it at all. She just recently, I'm about to buy her a smartphone.
Oh, her first one?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So she's still like behind. She doesn't really understand it. And she's always making mistakes in it, and it frustrates her more when she makes mistakes in it and she doesn't understand.
Right.
You know?
So it seems like this. Excuse me. It seems like this process is all very time consuming and lengthy. Have you guys considering hiring anyone to help you out with this?
We've been talking the past couple months about people we could essentially hire. She wants to hire maybe like an HR specialist or something like that.
Right.
But I was thinking more of like an accountant.
That's not cheap though.
See, yeah, I mean the cost is definitely one of the issues with it, but an accountant would be like somebody good to hire like for an HR position like that to control all of our accounts and everything like that. But I just, like you said, I just don't think we have the money for it.
Yeah, especially if you guys want to expand to a third business, then
Yes, that's
I don't know if
exactly
you can
right.
afford that right now.
And that's right where we're trying to go next. That's our next spot. So
Right. So it seems like what I'm getting out of all this is the use of time is not very sufficient. And I wanted to let you know that I think ADP can definitely cut the time used for all these processes in half, if not a quarter. If you will let me go on about the process, I can tell you what we can offer for your company.
I would love to hear.
So, just around here. So from what I'm gathering from what you told me and how I've documented the notes, I believe that the best system that we can offer you guys is Run. That's a nice little program that ADP does for small businesses like yours that are trying to expand, and like you guys said, you're trying to get that third location. So I think this will be perfect for you guys. Ellen is going to love this system. Let me tell you why. You said Ellen works with her hands a lot. She's always stuffing notes. She's always sending out the checks, writing them, signing them by hand all the time. This eliminates all of that. With this system, it's all done by computer. All the people do have to is plug in their times, and all she has to do is check to make sure that the times are accurate. And the great thing about this too is the fact that she can do it from her smartphone that you're going to get her. She can do it from her home computer, either offices, on the road, anytime, anywhere. She can handle this, so that's a lot less stress that you guys have. And also, for the hiring process, we have a system for you guys that eliminates. You were saying how you get a bunch of bogus kind of junk applications coming in. This system goes through a background check of all these people and eliminates all the ones that are not sufficient, so they can come straight to your office. You can interview them, and you won't have to go through all the bogus ones. You get the people you want when you want them a lot faster than what you were doing before.
Yeah. This definitely all sounds great to me. Like, I definitely like the Run. I'm not sure exactly what that means, what Run means, but I'm sure I'll figure that out a little bit. But I definitely like how you're trying to make it a lot more efficient, and that's good. And our hiring process definitely needs some help. So if you have a system in place that is able to do that, that's definitely something I'm really interested in, and definitely want to take the next step towards that. But I really have to know, like, how much is this going to cost me?
Right,
Like,
of course.
There's just, I mean, it all sounds so great, but obviously there's got to be a price tag on it somewhere. So I gotta hear.
So yeah, of course I understand that it sounds like an expensive investment, but I assure you that the benefits will help you save time in the long run by far. By getting this Run program, you would not have to hire that new accountant or that new HR rep. That saves you tens of thousands of dollars every year. And to tell you the truth, at this point, I can't give you a specific monetary value right now. But I mean, if we can meet at some later time, then we can talk more business. If I can get more information from your company, of course, we can go to the next step with this. But this program is really going to help you out. Like I said, Ellen's going to love it. She's not going to be stressed out at all at home. Your employees are going to get paid the day they want to get paid, so you don't have to deal with them complaining about you.
No more mistakes.
No more mistakes. And the hiring process, like I said, none of these bogus employees trying to get the works. You're not going to get anyone coming in shorts trying to get a job from you. I can assure you that much.
It's going to be nice.
Yeah, with all this said, I think this was a very successful meeting, and I was wondering if perhaps we can meet up another time and discuss more. Perhaps maybe if Ellen was there sometime.
Yeah, I definitely think I could. Ellen would definitely be interested in hearing what you have to say.
She would love it.
Yeah, and I think that us three at a meeting set up to figure out a little more.
Right. Like I said, I could explain exactly what I explained to you to Ellen, and we could all be on the same page. And I'm sure tonight you can give her a little brief description of what has happened. But I think, like I said, the Run program can definitely help you guys out in the future.
Yeah. Would you be able to customize something specifically for us?
Oh, of course. We can do anything you would want to do, whether it be specific policies for the hiring part or the paycheck, overtime, things like that.
Yep.
Anything you want, anything little down to the littlest pinpoint, we can change and alter the way you like it. So, Like I said about that meeting before, do you think we could do sometime next week, perhaps?
Yeah, here, let me check my calendar for next week real
Okay.
quick. I'm pretty booked at the beginning of the week, but Thursday around like lunchtime.
Thursday around lunchtime. Yeah, I could do Thursday around lunchtime.
Thursday around lunchtime works the best for me. I know a great place that we could go. I can take
really?
you out to lunch. And
Oh, absolutely.
We can all go. Yeah.
Mr. Page, thank you so much for your time.
Mr. Godzuk, it was very nice meeting you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.